Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Marques Show. This is Leverett Ball alongside my co-host and former NFL player Marques Ogden. And on this show, we've had athletes on, we've had businessmen, various people. This episode, we're going the hip hop route. Pleased to be joined by a few different members of the hip hop industry, including Coolio and also Ryan Baldwin and Joey Saldivar. And guys, first off, we appreciate all of you joining us. How often do you guys do podcasts?
It's my first podcast.
Yeah, Sam.
Well, the pressure's on us, I guess, to make a good impression. Maybe you'll never do another podcast again. And Coolio, we're obviously excited to have you on. What have you been up to lately?
So I started my this year's tour in Australia. Did like 4 shows, and then now I started the European portion of my world tour. This is the 50th year of hip hop, by the way. It's the hip hop 50-year anniversary. So we it up. We're doing a world tour this year. So we got about 30 dates in Europe and about 40 dates in the US, and then probably about 30 more dates out, in various parts of the world.
Well, let's talk about popularity. You mentioned Australia, your world tour, not just an icon here in the United States, but worldwide. And that's awesome. Yeah. Marques, go ahead.
Yeah. Joey and Ryan, can you all tell us a little bit about your background? People know Coolio very well. Tell everybody a little about your background, how you all got into music, and a little bit more about how you all got connected, how you all met Coolio, doing what you're doing now. You have a new album coming out here shortly.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you've been doing this for a really long time.
Yeah, so I could to not make it a long drawn out story. I've been doing music for about pretty much my whole life. I learned to engineer.
Your forehead look motherfucker right now.
Say again?
I said your forehead look big as a motherfucker right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's how people know I'm smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I keep all the fucking lyrics up here. Oh, so I don't know if I can clear. You can edit it. I keep all the lyrics up here, so I make all the beats. It's important. That's why I try to show it to people so they know. It's something to brag about. I'm not trying to hide these brains, baby. But like I was saying, I did music pretty much my whole life. I interned under Mac Miller when he was doing Watching Movies a long time ago. So he kind of taught me how to make beats and kind of show me a formula for writing. I definitely have gone to where I do things a little bit differently. I definitely sample differently and resample differently. But as far as kind of where we got together is I came back to Kalamazoo after a while, and we just started making music every day during the pandemic. Like everybody else, the pandemic kind of puts you in a different perspective, right? And
Right.
It just clicked a lot better because now I'm in my hometown. I'm with somebody I grew up with. So now the music feels more natural. It's a story you hear all the time. Someone tries to make art, but until they take it back home to where they are, to where their soul lives, it doesn't really click like that. And so now I finally feel like we made something great. And then as far as where we're at right now with being in the industry, I actually was on the way up here. I watched a couple of your guys' podcasts, and I feel like we're great. This specific group is good because a lot of your podcasts are about transitions. Like people, how do you transition out of the NFL into an entrepreneur? How do you grow a fan base? How do you get started? And Coolio is where we want to be at. And we're at the beginning of that journey, just launching our first album. We finally have some finished projects. And I think that it's a great way to explore that concept. Does that make sense?
No, it really does, man. It's great to have somebody like Coolio who sees enough in you all to want to work with you and help you along the way. How about you, Joey? I saw your video. I really liked it. And I said, man, we got to talk to this guy. And now here we are.
Yeah, actually, during the daytime, I do marketing for a restoration company. I moved out to.
Hey, slide over a little bit, man. You like right on the edge of the frame, bro.
Oh,
Move over towards your. Yeah.
all right.
We know y'all don't want to kiss. Over. All right, there you go.
Better. There we go.
That's better.
All right, cool. So yeah, I got into. I've been into music my whole life. I actually started playing guitar at like 15, but I've always been a big hip hop fan. And then I don't know, just over the years, I've just heard so much like bad rap music come out. I wanted to contribute to the hip hop community and express myself that way. And I dabbled in it for a few years, and then I just really started taking it seriously with this guy in like 2020, maybe something like that. During the pandemic time, we were roommates at the time. We had a lot of free time. We were unemployed, so we just pretty much have been working on this project the past few years, like 12 hours a day.
We're on music the past few years. We got a couple of projects, to be fair. Like I got like 400 songs on my laptop at this point. But this is the thing we're putting out is just kind of what we thought would make a good arc for an initial kind of presentation of what we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you also you make a great point there, Ryan, as far as talking about transitions and kind of the hustle of breaking into any really competitive industry. Joey mentioned as well, he's working a day job while, pursuing music. And that's true for a lot of people. You guys mentioned, Marques transitioning from football to entrepreneurship. And, for me, as a podcast host and, the TV stuff I do on ESPN, it was not a glamorous path getting here. My first couple of years trying to break into TV, I was an Uber driver, I worked at bars. It's a hustle, and it's a lot less glamorous in all these really competitive industries than people think. But, Coolio, I also have a question for you. So obviously, you put out a lot of hits. One of the first ones that comes to mind is Gangster's Paradise, obviously among so many others. But, I've talked to actors who say that, when they're out in public, people quote their movie lines to them or ask them to say their movie lines. Does that happen to you when, you're out in public and people start, rapping at you or asking you to, you rap on the spot? Do people bother you, or are you able to just kind of go about your day?
Well, man, I mean, you listen, I tell people all the time, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. if you want this life, man, you got to give up something to get this life. You got to give up something. And a lot of time it's your privacy. I asked for this, so it don't bother me when people do it. Though, do I do it? Hell no. I'll be like, I'm not your jukebox. You know what I'm saying? How much money you got? Give me, okay. If you want me to rap on the spot, put $1,000 in my pocket real quick. Slide a little $1,000 in my pocket, and I'll bust some verse for you. I'm like, and I've actually had people do it before. I had people like pull money out their pocket, give me 500, and then, but I'll give them something new. I pull my phone out and bust like one of my new songs that I'm working on. I've actually had people actually pull the money out, but that's how I do it. I say, look, I'm boxing for me. If you pay, I'll play. So that's that. But yeah, people do it all the time, bro. And a lot of times, people if they really expect you to do it. And it's funny to me. I don't get angry about it or anything. I just, say what I say. I have a theory. My theory is this: every picture taken, every handshake, every time you shake somebody's hand, every time you say what's up, every time you sign an autograph, that's a potential merch sale. That's a potential album sale. That's a potential for you to get some money, man. It's promotion, it's self-promotion. And I also, if you signing a piece of paper for somebody, a picture, shaking their hand, taking a picture with them, if it puts a big ass smile on their face, bro, and lights up their day, my theory is, who the fuck are you to take that away from somebody? So if I have time, I always say yes.
That makes sense. And, you said that, if someone comes up to you in the street and asks you to rap for them, they've got to pay you. You said, if you pay, I play. So
that's rapping for somebody, that's different. But like I said,
also I'm going to ask, so how much do Marques and I have to pay you to start spitting some bars right now on the podcast?
Oh, this is a podcast, so I'll give you a couple bars, and if you want that.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Who is you fooling what you claim? I grew up with these and know they ain't. I ain't got time to play no games. Keep talking sideways and feel this flame. It might feel bad as black on black, but then again, you just might be whack. Spine on a nigga for the fools and tan. Green and brown that want to lock a brother down. It's a known fact that niggas will snitch for a little bit of change and a so-so bitch. And a few months up off they bed, not all of a sudden met this pistol tip. Now you see why this pistol grips so tight that sometimes it hurt my wrist. You might not know what I'm talking about. But if you do, don't let me find out.
Let's fucking go. That was awesome. And, Coolio, the backup plan, if you didn't want to rap, was for me to do one of your songs. I'm really glad we went with you instead of me. And honestly, we should just end. We have more questions, but we should just end on that note. That was fucking sick. But yeah, Marques, what's your next question?
My next question is for, Joey and Ryan. It's for Joey and Ryan. Like, I want to know from you all, what was it that made you get out of your comfort zone and actually start rapping? Like, what was it you said, man, I'm in this job, I'm in this industry. And I heard you say, right, Joey, you're unemployed, but still you broke out of your comfort zone and you got into rapping, which is something that a lot of people say they want to do, but they don't actually do it. So what was it that made you all actually say, you know what, F this, man, I want to do this, I'm going to break out of my comfort zone, I'm going to get it done?
Mine is way different than yours. I've been rapping like my whole life. I would write. It's kind of hard if you didn't grow up in this environment, but it's like where I grew up, there's a lot of peripheral violence and trauma. It's a lot of, unpleasantry. And there's at the same time, it's kind of like a taboo to self-expression, right? So writing like raps or rapping or doing music is one of the only ways that you're like, it's like normal, right? So I grew up using that as a way to like an outlet or a way to organize things in my mind. It kind of, it's a lens through which you can view things. And if you really are an artist, it's something you're going through something bad happens, some way you break up, somebody dies, whatever, right? You can even like, as you're experiencing that pain, that's something you can put it into music. So now it's useful as a utility. And that, I don't say it diminishes it, but it makes it more manageable. And so after viewing life through that lens for so long, I just feel like now I have gotten to a point where it's good enough and organized enough that I can present it to somebody else and they'll see what I'm giving. They'll get what I'm trying to express rather than it just being something for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It says, it's kind of, it's funny when people ask that question, but really, the short way to answer that is just to say, this shit is part of what I am.
That really is kind of what it is more. It's part of what I am, and now I'm choosing more to put it out, that part of me out, get accessible.
Well, my next question, Coolio, I'm curious, of, artists out there, guys who are super well known. Do you have any, artists who you, looked up to when you were breaking into the industry? Obviously, with Joey and Ryan, they look up to you. When you were trying to get into the industry, maybe who were some of your influences?
Shit, Melly Mel from the Furious Five. I used to try to rap like him. I use this. I mean, I thought I was Melly Mel. Shit. I didn't even like the Sugar Hill Gang that much. I mean, they was cool, but I didn't really start loving hip hop until I heard like Freedom and the song Freedom, or when not even the message so much. When I heard Freedom, when I heard Pump Me Up by the Treacherous Three. When I heard the LL Cool J. I mean, that's when I started loving hip hop. Around that, that was my go-tos, bro.
How old were you? I'm sorry, when you heard LL Cool J, just from like my own perspective, how old were you when you were introduced?
Exactly how old I was, but I know the first time I picked up a pen, I was 15. So, but and I was doing it for fun, and I was doing it because it was kind of a competition thing, because it was this dude that I was in competition with, and he knew how to rap. So I was like, I didn't feel like he was that intelligent. So I was like, if this dumb motherfucker can rap, I'm sure I can.
You see what I'm saying about the forehead? You gotta show them. You can't hide
Yeah.
that shit.
Well, and also, building off that, Coolio, as far as like, some recent rappers, guys in the past decade have been really popular, whoever, Drake, Lil Wayne, Eminem, are there any favorite artists you have in recent years?
I'm gonna tell you, I like Kendrick, bro. I think Kendrick is so fucking important to this game right now, bro. If it wasn't for him and cats like J. Cole and a couple others, even Drake. Drake is not my ideal artist, but at least he's fucking intelligent, bro. At least the shit he's saying is fucking intelligent. I can't deal with these dumb motherfuckers, man. They sound dumb. They look dumb. They write about dumb shit, and they interview, and they sound dumb in their interviews. And I just can't deal with that. I could deal with a lot of shit, but stupidity is not one of them. And I just, it's too many dummies. It's too many dummies in hip hop right now. And man, come on, man. I ain't gonna say no names, but bro, how long ago did we fucking learn not to talk about your fucking business on the fucking phone, bro? If you're doing crime, how the fucking long ago? Who doesn't know you don't talk about your fucking business over the phone, bro? Come on, man. And motherfuckers are still going to jail for talking about their business on the fucking phone. Come on, man. You deserve jail, motherfucker. If you that's stupid. To talk about your fucking crimes and shit that you done over the phone, you exactly where you need to be, bro, because you're a dumbass. I ain't gonna say no names, but we all know what I'm fucking talking about.
If Marques and I do anything stupid, we'll keep it more hush hush, nothing over the phone. Go ahead, Marques.
No, here's my thing, and gentlemen, and Joey, what is it, man, about, and Coolio said it best, like, it's in you, but what is it about rap and music that brings out what's really inside of you? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I played football, man, like, it brought out that inner fire me to go out there and whoop somebody's ass. Because that's what I was all about on the football field. My brother did that. Ray Lewis did that. Great guys did that. What was it about music? What is it about me that brings out the greatness in you?
I don't know, kind of like what Coolio was saying, there's a lot of dummies out there. I just wanted to express myself a little bit more intelligently. Like songwriting wise, I think I'm really good. And this is how I treat everything I do. I just try to be the best. I see a bunch of garbage in the industry. I think to myself, I can top that. I want to be the best. And I've been working to be the best. My day job, I do marketing. I want to be the best marketer there is. And that's just kind of how I treat my life. I try to be the best at everything. I'm really competitive. That's what I am. Even with school, I made sure I did all the extra credit, did all my assignments, turned everything in on time, studied for the exams, all that. So yeah, I'm just chasing perfection, I guess.
It's horrible though, because I give him a verse, like I'll have the beat done, I give him a verse, and immediately it's just like, okay, I have to get above this bar. Then he'll finish his verse, and I'm like, well, that's not fair. Like I said, so then I gotta go back, and if the competition gets there.
That's how you make great shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta push each other all the time, bro. Playing football, bro. I know you had to fight for your position on the field, bro. You had to
every fucking day. Every day.
Want your spot. Motherfuckers want your spot, bro. If you want to keep your spot, you gotta bust their ass. Even though you don't want to hurt your own teammates, but shit, if motherfucker trying to take your spot, he just gotta get it.
It's one of those things too. If you feel like doing it, even when you don't feel like doing it, that's how you know you're doing the right thing. It's how you know you have the right habit. I have a slap, I'm tired, I have a headache, but I still feel pushed to do it, so I'll go do it. And once I start, it gives me energy rather than requiring energy.
Bro, I'm 58 years old, bro, and I still fucking write almost every day.
That part.
Because it's just I have the desire. I love this shit, bro. Like I love hip hop, bro. I love what I do. I just, and I don't ever want to lose it. I don't ever want to lose my edge, and I don't ever want to lose my abilities. And I've seen people lose their shit, bro, when they stop, when they take a break or they stop doing it. I took a break. I had some time where I wasn't writing, and it wasn't that I wanted to give up, but I don't know. It was a weird time. But then I started writing again every day, bro, and it came right back, bro. It was just like I never stopped.
Yeah. Once you touch it, it'll give you that energy. And I don't want to make it. I don't know. I don't make it too religious, but I was in church once, and the pastor says, God loves a peasant as much as he loves a millionaire, for example. And in that moment, I thought about, like, for me, I see the world through the lens of hip hop or through music or whatever, right? And we have this perfect example, Coolio, very successful, platinum records, lots of money, did the thing, doing a tour. We're just getting started. If I never get beyond this point, music is holy, it's sacred. Music gives me the same completion, the same value, the same feeling that it gives him. Everything external doesn't really enter into it. The music is accessible. You can make a song today, and you can get what it has to offer you. Does that make sense?
That's right.
It does, man. It does. I'm gonna leave with my final comment. I'll get over the lab. Do the things you hate to get the results you want. That's life, man. Do the things you hate to get the results you want. Coolio's been successful. You all on your way. We all have to go through those things, man. But in order to get to where you want to get in life, you have to do some things you hate. Get up early, work hard, work late, be in the studio, work 12-hour days, smoke when you have a headache, all that stuff. Like Coolio said, he writes every day, all this stuff. I want all this to get that in their head. Do the things you hate to get the things you want out of life. Lev, close us out, man.
All righty. So yeah, guys, this has been fun. We have, an icon in the rap game and two, potential up and coming icons as well. So, we really appreciate you guys joining us. But once again, everyone, you've been listening to the Lev and Marques Show.